So next up, we have our VP of Engineering. His name is Bharat. He'll be giving the vote of thanks.
Hello, hi everyone. So I think we have come to the conclusion of the session. So I think when we started thinking of doing Upfront91, we had a few things in our mind, right? I think as front-end engineers, we were doing a lot of things on our day-to-day ones. We wanted to take out a day and do a lot of cross sharing and learning. I'm sure like all of you would have at least one takeaway, hopefully more, to go back in and then like apply it on your day-to-day ones. So I hope like all of you have had at least one of those takeaways. I think let me just try and summarize, like see if I can summarize with a small touching of like what all things which you have covered as a theme. I think we had a specific pick of like different sets of themes to cover different areas. So starting off with design side, Chaitanya coming up with the design system, and from there he started off with a lot of toolings, then gave us a bunch of ideas of like gap analysis and much more things about like plugins to build. And then from there I will probably pick out the jokes one and doing more with less. I think you are probably a manager's best person probably. And along with that, like there are a lot of like tidbits of like amazing amount of things which you can do, even from the last ones on Flash Talk of like a lot of like small tidbits which you have learned from the Jyot as well. And from there, I will probably pick Pankaj and Rajesh's session on how can you build reusable stuffs with React Native, and also like on performance bits and toolings over there. And from there, I will probably like pick out the performance stuffs which Dhananjay has also covered in, and the things which he has covered up on like using shared dictionaries, which we can probably leverage and learn as well. And the last things which every conferences which is happening in the last 2 years has been covering up on AI. So we are not leaving out of that part as well. And then we have also touched upon web AI. And not only that, I think even as part of the Flash, we have touched upon Copilot as well. How can you leverage Copilot in your day-to-day ones as well? So I think we have a wide range of topics. I think some of you might have been very stronger on some sections and then would have started learning some things from the other ones as well. So hope you had an amazing journey. And I wanted to just add in 2 more takeaways for you guys. So apart from all these other sessions, there is just 2 takeaways I want you guys to do. One is, I will steal from Chaitanya. So one is like, start looking at the problem statements which you see in your day-to-day life, right? Which is what he has put in a nice word as gap analysis. Try and see what are gaps you find in your day-to-day lives, and then try and see whether you can come up with a solution for it. He brought in as plugins, it could be some automations, it could be some toolings. I think almost all of the sessions today covered almost similar set of things. Found a gap, figured out a solution for it. It could be plugin, it could be tools, anything of it. So when you go back in Monday, I want you to look at like things which where you could find some gaps in your systems or in your areas or in your teams or in your processes. It could be in any of these. Find out how you can solve it and then figure out a way to solve it. And the last but not the least is like, I am going to steal this from Jyot. I think he has touched upon mental health. I'm going to take a step up and then say as health, which covers both physical and as well as mind as well. One of the things which we don't do as engineers is like we just are stuck to our seats. Just we'll have to start walking and also keep our mental health in mind as well. I think by this, I'm concluding saying that like thanks everyone for coming in. First of all, to all the speakers to coming in and then presenting, and also to all the volunteers who have been supporting it, from Monisha to like Santosh, coming up with a lot of innovative games, and also to all the other volunteers who have been supporting over here. Thank you so much for this. 2020 we had our first version. 2024 we had a second, and then the next one is not too far behind. And thank you so much.